Hey everyone. Today's message is really simple. It's just about love. See, we're going through a process right now of ascension. Through that process of spiritual awakening and enlightenment, we are experiencing tons of past traumas. Past traumas not only from this life, but past traumas from other lives and other dimensions and other places that we've been. So not only are we carrying the DNA of this current family situation and dynamic that we are in and all of its histories, we are carrying histories 1,000 times over. We've chosen this point in time to come to realign the energies of this planet, of this universe, of this existence, to quantum leap into a new earth, a new consciousness. We're understanding now that as all of this nonsense is going on and the daily barrage of news bit after news bit, tragedy after tragedy, trauma after trauma, this, that, and the other thing, that it's all designed to keep our focus totally scattered, keep our fear high, keep our love suppressed so that we're able to be manipulated through our fear. And usually the first response from fear is anger, because it's the one thing that we have bigger control over. On top of that, we're dealing with a society that has basically been converted into high-level narcissism in pretty much everything that we do. I include myself in that. Okay? And the good news is that once we recognize and admit and accept that maybe, we are individually suffering from these illnesses, is how I like to call it, that we can then cure them. We can step through it. We can get past the fear. But that first step is looking at ourselves with a really beautifully clear lens, with the same love that we want to transmit outward and reflect upon others. We reflect that into and upon ourselves. And it's not easy. We are dealing with a society that has now had many of these conditions, these programs, embedded into our DNA, just simply from living in a society where capital is the focus, capital is the goal, capital, 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 right? Profit, bottom line, all of that stuff. We have lost our spiritual connection to not only each other, but more importantly, ourselves, because that connection that we have with ourselves is actually the connection that we do have with others. See, if everything is energy and energy is everything, then we have to understand that there is a balance that is always needed to be maintained. Just like a magnet, there is an equal negative as there is a positive. It doesn't mean any one side of the magnet is less or more important than the other. It just means that it operates in a true balance. And when you have little variables running around doing what they can to upset that balance, eventually, just like with anything, eventually Mother Nature, universal law, is going to step in to correct it. And that's where we're at now. That's why so many of us light workers and spiritual leaders and people talking about manifestation and law of attraction and all that have decided to come here at this time for our contract to help guide ourselves back to what our true purpose is, what our true mission is, and our divine connection to each other. So today, Practice, number one, first and foremost, love in everything that you do. Seek out the video called The Egg. It's a short story. It's a beautiful story. For I believe that it will help you to understand who you are in some way. See, we're not here just to experience the world and all of its pleasures and joys and fears and challenges and triumphs and all of that stuff. The world is here to experience us. Because after all, when you get right down to it, we are the world. That song, I don't know if anybody remembers, it really is true. We are the world. We are the earth. We are the water. We are the air. And how we treat those things is actually how we treat ourselves and each other. You know that saying, how you do anything is how you do everything. See, we're feeling all of these lives being lost right now for injustice. We're feeling the oppression and the abuse and the narcissistic gaslighting. And now we're at a point where we're all truly seeing it. And you have some people that are inherently, they are scared. They think that capitalism and democracy is just what they've always believed. And even though they're seeing the facades fall, they're clinging on to those beliefs in that system. And what they don't realize is those beliefs in that system that they have, their ideas, they're not even generated from their own inner heart and their true self. They're generated by people suggesting otherwise. They're generated by images on TV. They're generated by groupthink and family and all of these things that are learned. And anything that is learned can be unlearned. Truth has a vibration. Love is your compass. Anytime you get a weird sense or vibration that something may or may not be true, the first thing you need to do is ask yourself, is this my mind telling me this? Or is this my body, my heart, my gut, my gauge telling me this? And the other thing is endlessly going on the gotcha campaign, the Sherlock Holmes syndrome, I call it. You know, we're dealing with a system and a mechanism that is actually designed to keep us endlessly searching under rocks, endlessly talking about tragedy, endlessly talking about illness, endlessly talking about all this. And there comes a point where we have to realize enough is enough. It's time to, you might not have to take an action or do anything, but more importantly is to not engage in that negative energy any longer. See, I don't have to know exactly what GMOs and the Gates Foundation and all of that stuff. I don't have to know everything. I just have to know that it is happening and that I can take contrary action and I can be part of the solution to finding our way home. See, some of that's one action might just simply be, I'm no longer going to eat any GMO food. My action might be, maybe I'm going to work on organizing a community so that we can have a long-term civil shutdown where nobody has to go hungry or without. Maybe my part is just going to be, I'm not going to get engaged in an endless debate and an argument just for the sake of arguing and coming out feeling upset, angry, sad, depressed, lonely, whatever the case may be. Maybe your action is to just hand somebody some water. Or maybe your action is just simply to meditate, clear your thoughts, and find out who you are. Because when you truly find out who your true self is, and you do your shadow work, then you're able to find out why these things matter to you. And then you're able to be teachable, and you're able to meet other people on the same level that they're at. And continue to transmit love in everything that we do. I hope this resonates with somebody. I love you guys all so much. Please, I will always say, like, follow, subscribe. Everything I do on this channel, everything that I do in everything is all to get funding for World Environmental Solutions, my soil farm and environmental business. So, like I said, maybe your action is just to subscribe. Turn this into a monetized channel so that I can continue to do the work to get that thing up and running. Because that's my purpose, that's my mission, that's my goal. And then hopefully within 15 or 20 years, we will have that business fully decentralized, and it will then be your business and your children's business and their children's business. And quite honestly, not a business, just what we do as part of our contract to live in this beautiful space with each other. All right, that's it. Have a absolutely beautiful day. I love you all so much. Link is in the description. Like, follow, subscribe, hit the notification button. Send me your comments, your love, your messages. If you want to donate, participate, if you've got something to offer, if you have any ideas for a fundraiser, anything like that, please feel free. It's time we change the corporate model. It's time we return to our roots. It's time we deal with our soil. Okay, I love you.